Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Ayokunle Omoni, and today we are here to discuss about the F-1 visa questions and answers. So if this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Please make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe. I want you guys to understand that the primary objective of a consular officer is to be able to know your intention. So the intent is the main objective of the visa officer, to be able to find out your intent, to be able to categorize those who have the intention of staying permanently and they are going to be put in a particular box, and those particular applicants are going to be denied, and those who have the intention of actually studying and returning back home after their duration of studies, those ones are going to be granted a visa. Your own job is to be able to convince and force the officer to categorize you in the right box, and which is to study and return back home. Most importantly, you might have read so many articles online, watched so many videos, and probably memorized so many information about the questions and how to answer the questions. I will tell you that this is a big mistake. Make sure you don't memorize anything. You want to personalize your answer. You want to have a very deep understanding about the question, and if you really understand the question, you will have a very good approach in answering the questions in a very personalized manner. Because these consular officers, they know that you might have studied a lot and come up with so many vague cliche answers. They receive so many applications, so they've listened to so many cliche answers, and if you memorize any answer, you may come across like someone who is trying to lie. So make sure your answers are personalized. So I'm going to go through the questions and give you a kind of idea on how to approach the questions and how to answer them correctly in a personalized manner. So when you answer in your own words, you come across as confident and saying the truth. So first of all, before you go to the interview, there's something called I call it pre-interview preparation. You want to set yourself up nicely for the interview. You want to prepare yourself properly. So before you leave your house or whatever, maybe your hotel room, make sure you have all the documents ready. Make sure all the requirements are ready, from your admission letter, your form I-20, everything, your bank statement, your affidavit of support letter, everything, all the documents are intact. Make sure you have everything. Go through it one by one again, so you don't have to be worried when you get to the embassy. You don't want to be kind of all over the place. So make sure all your documents are well organized in a folder nicely. So second tip is dress appropriately. Okay, you don't have to dress over the top like someone going for a wedding. So make sure you have a very nice haircut and look very appropriate. And finally, make sure you go to the interview center or the embassy very early. You want to go there very early. You want to familiarize with the environment. You want to make sure you are settled. You are not all over the place. You are not looking sweaty. You know exactly what to do. You are on cue at the right time. So if you do all these things, you'll be better prepared. Your mind you'll be relaxed, you'll be confident, you won't be tense or thinking, be confused and all those kind of things. So make sure you are organized, make sure you dress appropriately, make sure all your documents are intact before the interview, and get to the interview center probably maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours before your interview, so you are kind of relaxed and ready to go. So let's get into the questions. Some questions require short answers, while some questions require you to elaborate a little bit further. So the first question, why are you going to the US? It's a very, very simple question. This question will set you up. It will set the tone for the rest of the interview. You are in the direction at which the interview will go. So make sure you get the first question right. And also, your persona, your confidence in answering the first question. They say first impression lasts. You want to show a very good impression in answering the first question in a very good tone of voice. Chest out, answer confidently, maintain eye contact to the consular officer. And the consular officer subconsciously will think, okay, I think, this is a very good candidate. And that will set the tone positively for the rest of the interview. The answer may be like this: I'm going to the US to pursue my bachelor's degree program in economics at the University of Tennessee. very simple, precise, and a well-detailed answer. As simple as it sounds, it's well-detailed. You're going there to study economics, a bachelor's program or master's degree in economics, for example, at the University of Tennessee. This is the perfect way to answer. You don't need to add any other thing. The second question: why did you choose the US? Why didn't you study this program in your country, or in Canada, or in Australia, or in the UK? And the best way to answer this question is not by blowing their trumpet or by praising them, telling them how great the US are. No, you don't need to tell them how great they are. All you need to talk about is your university specifically. Tell them good things about the university, what the university is renowned for, how good the program is. If you start singing the praises of the US, it gives an indication that you will likely stay back. So just be specific on your university. So talk about the faculty, talk about how good they are in terms of research, talk about the professors, talk about a very good high-profile alumni. Talk about good things about the university and what attracts you to the university, not the country US. This question is a very tricky question. They're just trying to get more information from you to know your motive. By asking you why US. Because generally most students actually go to US and end up staying back. So the next question is, how many universities are you enrolled into? The consular officer with this question is trying to figure out if you are actually a genuine student. He's trying to figure out how qualified you are. So for example, if you are enrolled into like 4, 5, 6, 7 colleges or universities, this sends a very strong signal to the consular officer that you're a genuine student, you are a qualified student, because obviously these universities they've gone through the screening process, they've checked your document, they've checked your results and all that, and probably interviewed you to get to show that you are qualified, you are a genuine student. So that's the motive behind this question. Your answer should be very precise and at the same time try as much as possible to be honest. So if you are enrolled into some couple of universities, state the name of the universities, right? And I will advise you to also do some research on these universities. Know the university, know the location of the university, know some high profile professors in the university, and talk about and make some research about good things about the university. So you have to know some details about these universities, because you never know, the consular officer may be familiar with that particular university, because of course they interview many students every day, so most of all these universities are familiar to them. So make sure you make your research, not just mentioning universities, but know some little details about the universities. Again, the consular officer may also want to find out what's common among all these universities. Why did you pick this particular type of universities? Then your answer should be straightforward. These universities are the best universities in my field. So they are good in this, they are good in that, they are good in research, they have top quality professors, they have renowned alumni, all these kind of things. So tell them these are the reasons why you pick this specific type of universities. The next question is, have you been to the US before? Have you ever been to the US? So if your answer is yes, be prepared to state your mission in the US when you last visited the US. If you're a tourist, tell them you went there for tourism. If you are maybe you went there for medical emergency, maybe you went there for seminar. Be prepared to answer this very, very simple question. And if the answer is no, simply no, you've never been there before. So the next question is a very, very vital question. How much is the tuition fee? How much does your university or school cost? You must be able to know the tuition fee of the university. Just mention the amount. It's as simple as that. The consular officer may proceed by asking you, how do you intend to pay your tuition fee? How will you meet the expenses? So this question is indirectly asking you, who is your sponsor? You must be able to state the name of your sponsor and your relationship with your sponsor. Not only this, prove to or convince the consular officer that you have a very strong bond or a very strong history with your sponsor. You can have that Mr. Smith is my sponsor, and he has always been my sponsor since my high school days. He sponsored my high school education, and he's also committed to continue sponsoring me. That shows that you are not at risk of losing your sponsor, or maybe he changes his mind. He's committed, he has always been doing it, and that further proves to the visa officer that your sponsor is committed to continuing sponsoring you. And they may also ask, what's the job of your sponsor? So you should be able to answer in a very clear, simple term. My sponsor is an engineer. My sponsor is a real estate agent. My sponsor is a government worker. So, and of course you have your documents to back it up. Maybe your affidavit of sponsor letter written by your sponsor is there to back it up. And if you don't have sponsor, probably you are being funded. Maybe you have access to full funding. If the answer is yes, I am being funded by the university. And please do not lie, because obviously the consular can easily find out by himself, and if you lie, that could be the end of the road. So make sure you say the truth. If you receive full funding, you say you receive full funding. If not, there's no point lying. And if you got loans before you travel, probably you don't have any funding, and you got loans, you can actually state to the consular officer, yes, I got some loans at home, and the consular may ask you, what's your plan? How do you plan to repay back this loan? You can tell. This can actually work in your favor by telling the consular officer that upon the completion of your program, you intend to go back home, get a job, and pay back the loan. So the next question is also a very, very sensitive question, and a very tricky one as well. The consular officer may ask you, what's your plan during holidays? So he may ask you, will you go back home during probably summer holidays? Trust me, even if you don't have any intention of going back home during holiday, I will tell you to tell the consular officer that yes, you have the intention of going home to spend time with your relatives, with your friends, with your family. This shows to the consular officer that you have a good tie at home. You have a very strong bond back home. You are allowed to lie here by telling the consular officer that yes, I would like to go back home during summer because I have missed them. I've missed my family, my relatives, my friends. So make sure you say yes, I am going back home during the summer holiday. Please do not tell the consular officer you would like to stay back during holiday and look for a job and work while waiting for the resumption date. No, this would be a strong signal or a red flag to the consular officer that potentially you are going to stay back after you graduate. So the next question is, do you have any family, friends, or relatives in the US? Be completely honest. If you have, no matter how far away, maybe distance, cousin, or whatever, just tell them, yes, I have 2 or 3 relatives in the US. Tell them, yes, I have friends. And if you don't, simply tell them you don't have. The next question is probably one of the most important questions, right? What's your plan post-graduation? What do you intend to do when you graduate? This question may absolutely may be the deciding factor. So if you are able to answer this question correctly, that's it. That's the end of the interview. So the question is, what do you want to do after graduation? After you graduate the university or college. For example, if you're a master's student, you can tell the consular officer, I am contracted to a particular job in my home country, and we had an agreement that after 2 years or after my program, I will return back to the company and continue working, in my capacity. So, and I will definitely return back to the job when I'm done with my program. Don't tell the consular officer, oh, you are staying back, or you are going to look for a job. Please don't say that. Tell the consular officer you are going back home. You can mention, if you have a particular company yourself, mention the company. If you have properties, tell them, oh, you are going back home to continue your business, to, get a proper job, because now you are more qualified, and you believe if you apply for high profile job in your country, you will be accepted, and all those kind of things. Make sure you are convincing. Make sure you're able to explain in details what you intend to do when you go back to your country. Don't tell them when I graduate I'm going to stay back, all those kind of things. No, make sure you are kind of convincing. But finally, make sure you maintain eye contact. Make sure you are very bold, you are very confident. You are not scared. Even if you don't understand a particular question, don't be afraid to ask again, and make sure there is clarity, and make sure you are very confident. You are not scared. And if you are confident, it's actually 70% of how you answer the question rather than your answer. It's how you come across when you answer the question. How you come across when you answer the question is more important than the answers you provide. So that's why you have to be confident. Maintain eye contact. If something is funny, don't be scared. You can smile. Be relaxed. Don't be tense. When you are tense, you make mistakes. You come across as a liar. So your whole persona has to be right. So guys, that's it. I wish you best of luck for those who have interviews very, very soon. And if you have any question, please put it in the comment section below. I will try as much as possible to answer. And please, if this is your first time, or maybe you've been coming to this channel, you are not subscribed, please make sure you click the like button and also subscribe. Please subscribe, okay? It's free. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Peace.